Titanus Gojira, widely known as Godzilla, first appeared in 1954. The Titan is considered to be a hero, though he will do anything necessary to protect the Earth from threats. Godzilla is shown to be the most dominant out of the rest of the Titans. We call him...
Alright guys, so we're back at Elysian. I don't know how I'm going to edit these videos in conjunction with one another. I originally was not going to record. I wasn't going to record a YouTube video today, but I mean, that's not being transparent. That's not being consistent. So I was like, whatever. Because I kind of want to record vertical content instead of like horizontal, right? So YouTube is horizontal content, like TikTok, Instagram, and a bunch of all that stuff. That would be considered vertical content. I mean, you can kind of play in between with both. Like, you can do like the little spin rotation thing on any of these where it's like turn your phone for better quality. However, I don't even like to mess with that stuff. So today I have bench. I'm not gonna lie, it's very difficult for me at times, not always, just at times, to have sessions. Like, I rarely have a bad session. I train 4 times a week, 52 weeks in a year. That's 208 training sessions a year. Out of the 208 training sessions a year, I maybe have 8 bad sessions. 8 bad sessions. I don't know what percentage that is, but 200 good sessions compared to 8. Like, those 8 sessions bug me more than the amount of good I feel from those 200 good sessions. Like, those 8 bad sessions completely bug me, and it's like, it's honestly taking a lot to not deadlift right now. I am not gonna hold you guys. It definitely is taking a lot out of me to not deadlift right now. Like put that into like, think about that for a minute. However, I'm just gonna do my bench today, and then I have some accessories to do, and then I might do some of the leg accessories I didn't do yesterday, because yesterday it was honestly just a smart decision to call it, because I needed to kind of decompress. I needed to like walk away from that bad training session, and I just needed to completely like kind of start over. So I took a rain today, so no transparent labs pre today, but still shouldn't stop you guys from using code MEGA. So far, out of the bulk, the black series, peach mango has been my favorite, and then number 2 I would say sour gummy, and number 3 I would say blue raz. But I mean, those, like, the formula from Transparent Labs is pretty freaking solid. Like, I think it has like 275 milligrams of caffeine, but it has, I think, decaffeine malate. I hope I'm saying that correctly, and that kind of caffeine like releases through the workout. So I think it has like 50 milligrams of that. So overall, throughout an entire session, it's like 325 milligrams. Pretty solid, and then it has like a whole bunch of other good ingredients that you would want from a pre-workout. But all right, that's enough yapping. Time to get going.
At the last box, when I come out, I had supreme confidence. I'm scared to death. I'm totally afraid. I'm afraid of everything. I'm afraid of losing. I'm afraid of being humiliated. But I was totally confident. The closer I get to the ring, the more confidence I get. The closer, the more confidence I get. The closer, the more confidence I get. All during my training, I've been afraid of this man. I thought this man might be capable of beating me. I've dreamed of him beating me. That old I always get the freedom. Fight a dedicated fight there. There's some motion. I want your heart. I want even children. Pray and think about Allah. Saying now, make the light.
Okay, so I just hit 484, and I think I'm gonna call it here, just because yesterday I was down bad, so I can still feel some of the fatigue coming into Friday, right? So what you do here in this scenario is you diligently observe your training. You gotta listen to your body, like track everything, right? Like sleep has been consistent throughout the week. Food has been consistent. I've been tracking every single thing I've eaten since starting Monday. So 5 days in of consistent eating, so I know exactly where my calories at, where my macros are at. So it's not sleep, it's not food. My body is simply asking me to tone it back a little because I've been going hard nonstop for almost 3 weeks, right? So next week is week 4. It's my heaviest week of the block. So if I want to have a productive week 4, what do? I kind of, I was dilly-dallying on Thursday, yesterday. Bad session, down bad, made some not so good decisions. Nothing like super dumb, but still very immature and rookie-like. So what I'm gonna do today to rectify all that is I'm going to listen to my body. I'm gonna tone it back a little. I'm going to restructure my mindset for my back downs. And maybe I could potentially end up walking away with a semi-decent heavy back down, but realistically, I might just go all the way down to 3 reds and, just have a good session, have a good building block that's going to put me in a positive for week 4, which is going to be my heaviest week of the block, right? So I have some big numbers planned for week 4 that I can still hit, but I have to do this diligently and be smart about it. So calling it at 4 plates, I will probably go down to 3 reds. Honestly, I think I'm gonna stay 3 reds, all 3 sets by 3x6, because I'm sticking to a point. I'm gonna deload today, so gonna take today, stay in the pocket, be smart, do everything I have to do, and we walk out of here with a good pump and a good session. So that's it, nothing too complicated, and we're okay. So, all right guys, that's enough yapping. I'm gonna go ahead and take a red off, and then let's just knock these 3x6s out. I might record 1 set, just so you guys can kind of like see that I did my set, and then I don't know if I'm gonna record all 3 because like it's just 3 reds for reps. You guys have seen me do more for more, so I'm gonna just do 1 set, and then I'll probably move on after that. But okay, that felt way better than I was expecting. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I accidentally changed up the lower half of my setup there. I brought my feet in closer, I pointed my toes out, and your toes are pretty much going to dictate like how your lower body is going to produce force into your bench. But how I did there, by widening my feet and bringing them underneath me a little more, it just kind of felt like I was able to control the weight a lot better coming onto the chest, and I felt like I was just generating so much more power. So I might go up for 1 top set and then call it there, and then to this, and it did look a lot better than the first sequel. Well, yeah, I did 5. Of course, it's perfectly clear all the bar right here. Okay, that was not a bad set, and so when I bring my feet in closer and I widen my feet placement and point my toes out, it gives me a lot more of a squattier slash kind of like frog stance with my legs, and it kind of like forces my hips to like be a little bit more archy. And because of those alterations in body position, it is allowing me to essentially like kind of have my shoulders like externally rotated just a little bit more, where I can kind of tuck my lats and I can comfortably lower the point of contact where the bar lands on my, like right beneath my sternum. And that, I don't know, like I just feel like I'm able to really press even harder in that position. Like it feels like I'm actually able to use my strength. Like I'm actually making my muscles work for me, instead of just being like overly technical. So I'm going to drop the weight, I think, to maybe 215, and I'm really going to try to tidy it up, like perfect it. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna perfect it, but I think I can do it a little better. It's just like the more I do something, the more familiar that I do it. It's just I'm going to improve it and refine it and get even better at it. So this might be, honestly, now that I think about it, like this might be how I used to bench like 2 or 3 years ago when I was like 370. So, because I remember like I used to feel like bench was powerful, but over the years, like being overly technical, being like like, I mean, I don't overthink any lift. I try to keep it at a minimum like 3 to 5 Qs minimum, or minimum and maximum max. So it's like because overthinking is really bad for you. So I always try to find that middle ground between like just lifting and like making sure I'm lifting correctly. But this actually feels pretty good. So I'm gonna drop down to maybe like 215 or something and really try to like perfect this form. Alright guys, so we're actually back in my office. I don't know if you guys can see, but I actually have a different pair of mics recording right now. These are the Godox TX1, Magic TX1 or XT1. I think it's the Magic TX1. So if you guys can like noticeably tell the difference between which mics I'm using, when and not, let me know. And then on top of that, I've also acquired a filter, right? So a polarizer that gets screwed on to the front of the lens, and this should help out, like essentially block out some of like the extra like UV, or like that extra, like, you know how sometimes when you record a light it seems like super glimmery and it like just kind of throws everything out of focus or order. This is supposed to help out with that. It is supposed to essentially, how do I say this? Like, it's just supposed to make it a lot smoother and easier and better to record when there's any kind of like super bright element, such as like when you're outdoors. When you're outdoors and you're having to record in their sunlight, this is what you need. So if you guys want to know any other stuff that I'm using, like don't hesitate to ask. Like, I literally watch YouTube videos on YouTube videos on YouTube videos, or I ask friends who are more experienced and better than me at, camera stuff, because essentially, like, I'm still green. Like, I literally just be running and gunning. I don't really look too deep into. I mean, yes, like, I want good quality. I want to have crispy audio, crispy, like, footage and stuff like that. So I'm always trying to learn more about that. But I'm still learning. Like, I'm barely scratching the surface on what you can do with the camera. So, like, I really want to become familiar and master what I have before I ever think about, like, upgrading or touching anything super expensive. So, but I mean, there's been people saying that these are better than the DJI Mic 1s. These ones record in 24-bit. The DJI Mic 2s record in 32-bit, and people are saying, like, those are just in a different stratosphere, but they're expensive. Even the DJI Mic 1s are still kind of pricey. These ones are just a little bit over $100. So if you guys can, like, hear the difference and it sounds better than, like, the DJI Mic 1s, just get these. Because honestly, I'm kind of like, I did an audio test before this, and then I went back to listen to a clip that I recorded with the DJI Mic 1, because that's the other mic that I have. This one, although the other one was in the gym and this one was indoors, this one so far has been sounding, it's just like that first audio test. I was very happy with it. So I'm probably going to switch to these for the foreseeable future. Anyways, that's enough unnecessary yapping. We're here to talk about today's training session, right? So normally I would record my accessories and then talk in between my accessories, but today I really wanted to kind of get some vertical content, so I didn't record my accessories. But I was like, okay, like, I don't really have to record my accessories to conclude the video. I can just kind of wrap it up later, like at home or something. So that's kind of what I did. That's what I'm doing right now, actually. So, today was a good bench day. It was pretty good. Accessories were really well. I hit 484 for a single, and then I hit 375 for one set of 6, and then I hit 484 for one set of 5, and 484 for one set of 4, because I slightly tweaked my technique, and I talked a little bit about it at the gym. But when I went back to watch film, the differences weren't as severe as I thought. Like, yes, my feet are wider. My toes. I was gonna say toys. My toes are more open, and my feet are closer, like more underneath me, right? So what these changes have kind of done is, it's essentially by opening my hips, they tilt in a manner where my spine can arch. This sounds zesty as hell, man. The more that I'm thinking about what I'm saying, it just sounds zesty. Anyhow, it allows my hips to open and tilt in a way where I can arch a little cleaner, and through that arch, I'm able to set up my upper back in a manner, I don't know, like, I'm still, like, this is the first day I've tried this with the intention of, like, learning it, so I'm gonna just continue to refine. But these are just some mental notes that I made off, like, today. So it just altered my position from my toes to my upper back and upper body in a way where, one, I felt like I had way more control over the bar, like just kind of holding it overhead. I just felt like I was more compact. I was tighter. I had a better posture. Number two, and this is the one that's like the most important, I felt like I was actually able to exert force. Like it felt like I was actually able to power through the lift. Now this is very important because all of my lifts, like when my squat is clicking, it feels powerful. Like I'm just able to lift any amount of weight, squat any amount of weight. When I'm deadlifting and my grip is locked in, I literally feel like I can pull anything off the ground that I can hold. So along the same track, these new slight cues, these new changes kind of are giving me the same vibe for bench, where it's just like I feel like I can genuinely hold anything over my chest and I can press anything off my chest. And my heels stayed on the ground, my butt stayed on the ground, head stayed on the ground. It was technically clean. My pauses were good. Well, maybe not on my last set. But when I'm feeling powerful, like I could really hold it as long as I want to. So I'm very, very happy with how it felt today. Now, yes, I was still fatigued, but the fact that I was able to just kind of feel better with the different technique, like I just gotta keep following it. I just gotta listen to my instincts and try to become a better powerlifter. Find the best technique and the best methods for myself that are gonna work for me. So, anyhow, I think that's where I'm gonna wrap up the video. I'm a little behind on scheduling. The last video I posted on YouTube at the time that I'm recording this is actually last Monday. So I have Tuesday's bench session to post, Thursday's deadlift session, which was cheeks, but I think I'm gonna still edit it and post it, and then today's, which is essentially bench and then this conclusion. But anyways, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all for just like staying up, like keeping up with this and just, you know, following through every bit of the way. But anyhow, like I'm being serious. Like if you guys can tell a difference in the audio, or maybe even if you guys can tell a difference with the filter, let me know. I literally, I love to learn, and constructive criticism is the best way to do that. So, but anyhow, this is going to conclude the week. I don't know when this is going up, so it'd feel kind of disingenuous to wish you guys a happy weekend. But I always hope everybody has a happy weekend. Anyhow, you guys stay blessed. And, you know, we're just going one day at a time.